Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Thank you for joining me today. This is gonna be pretty much a classic read, and let's jump right into it. As I'm shuffling the oracle cards, I will say that I am taking a short trip as part of my Hawaiian exploration. It's on the same island, it's local, it's a road trip, but I will be away for a couple of days. So there's a chance that you won't have readings for a couple of days. So if that happens, just know that it's everything's fine. I'm MIA, but something exciting is happening, and there's a good chance that my next readings are gonna be even more insightful. And speaking of that, the next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna record it before I leave for my trip, is gonna be about vernal equinox. So yeah, watch out for those. For that, it's gonna be a different spread, and we'll see how this big event is actually impacting the twin journey. Let's get the card for divine feminines. First oval. Hope you guys did this great. I keep putting these flowers in. I don't know. It's as I'm, when I'm already like doing my thumbnails and taking a picture and like trying to fit it in or look at it from a more objective perspective. I'm like, I don't know, it does look good. Should I keep them there? But I love them so much, and I feel like I need to share, the experience. So that's why I'm sharing with you. Hopefully you like them. They also, regardless of what I'm wearing today, I'm kind of matching it. It's a really nice, it's kind of like complementing the greenery behind me. So I want to just say outside of my window, but it's not really a window, so I guess you can say it that way. It's a Hawaiian window. Hawaiian windows do not have any glass, they're just nets, or even no net, depends on where you are. All right, so the feminines have got passion and pleasure, savor your life. That's exactly what I'm planning to do. Going for some fun, for some sharing the moments, important moments with other people, connection in the moment, creating something beautiful and artistic, right? See how you can do that for yourself. And I keep saying it to my clients that it doesn't have to be fine arts, it doesn't have to be singing or dancing, right? I mean, those are very obvious examples, right? But your art could be gardening, or I don't know, creating an experiment, or like carrying out an experiment in the lab, right? It can be anything at all that seems creative and artistic to you, where you can express yourself and do something differently. Maybe you are, I don't know, making something handmade, right? Some products, right? It can be any of those things. It doesn't have to be just literal celebration, right? But it's supposed to be your passion, and it's supposed to give you pleasure. Okay, let's see what we have in the masculines. Voice of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Yeah, very yin energy. Very much about finding this moment of oneness with the world, with people around, with stories around, right? Rather than judging or being resentful or angry, it's more about the opposite, of finding commonalities and how can you relate. And that's it's very interesting aspect of it, right? But that's how you're drawing that more of that love energy. Not only that you are nurturing the love that you already have in you, but also bringing in more love into the conversation and exercising it, right, in various contexts, which is helping it be more of a habit. So you don't have to first lash out on somebody and then be like, oh, why did I do that? Sorry, yeah, sorry about that. No, that you actually get into that space before you get angry or frustrated or whatever it is. or even hurt, right? Okay, let's see what we have for the energy. What's going on with Divine Feminine right now? Wow, the Sun. Which to me is very much a continuation of that passion and pleasure story. We had fire in this card. Fire in this card, in the middle of it, in the center. We have the Sun here, right? You have sunflowers, it's actually the Sun, and we know that. And we know that it is about that fiery energy. This is Leo energy, right? We have 6 of Cups and 8 of Cups too. So this is like a celebration of the, you know, being grateful of the good times and the bad times. It's like rejoicing about all of the experiences of your life, right? Savoring all of those well, yeah, experiences, really, all those events, feelings as well. You know, in the internal family systems, it would be called like showing love to all of your parts, right? The ones that you're proud of and the ones that you don't want to show to anyone, right? This is like that. It's like a very next level self-love process, right? Where you are acknowledging those things, and it takes a very mature, very conscious person to acknowledge those parts and to show love to all of them. Okay, let's see what we have in the masculines. Two of Cups, of course. I was making the message about oneness with the world, but of course it comes down to Two of Cups. But you know what? That's the morale of the story. That, you know, if you're asking where is the twin flame vibe in it, or how about showing love to the twin, right? Like this is coming in a more natural way when those aspects are met, observed. We have 7 of Pentacles and the Hangman as well, right? So masculines are seeing what a deep, true connection with another person is, a very human level. It's not even about the romantic or sexual vibe. It's very much about like, I'm connecting to you emotionally. My heart chakra is connecting to your heart chakra, and we are communicating that way, and it's beautiful, right? It's observing that from the distance, right? And that makes the material things a lot more exciting, a lot more meaningful, even if they're simple, even if it's just going out to get some groceries. That's what I'm getting here, right? It can be so much more meaningful if you're doing it with someone you're connected to, or for them, or like there is that dancing heart I'm getting. It's very interesting. You have that dancing heart in your chest, you know, like suddenly everything gets brighter and more colorful and all that stuff, you know, like I'm getting reminded of the song Happy by, what is it, Pharrell Williams? It slipped my mind, but yeah, the song is Happy. It was used as a soundtrack in Despicable Me 2. Despicable Me Part 2. Right, so you can look it up if you don't remember what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see what's going on in the connection since we started talking about this. So the Two of Cups to me is still not with a twin. It's more like generally, it could be with a soulmate, it could be of course with a twin. I'm getting that for a few people. Mostly it was a soulmate to someone just in close proximity that you can really relate to. Usually you can find that kind of a connection with soulmate, or a strong soulmate or a twin, when your heart chakra is really blossoming, right? When you connect, and that some people explain it as electricity that happens. Here you have Page of Cups, Five of Cups, and Death. Wow. Yeah, so there is an ego death here. That's a big one, and it is connected, as you can guess, to love and emotional closeness to someone, right? It's like recovering from another cycle of being brokenhearted or let down, or not finding the support that is intuitively needed, you know, like the support that our inner child needs. Inner child is actually turning things around, and it's causing ego death, and it's causing the twins to look into what is the adult version of it, right? And not like adult, I'm gonna pretend that nothing's happening, but adult like I'm supposed to reparent myself. I'm supposed to be there for my inner child. I'm not supposed to lean on another person or, you know, have the expectations that I would have from my parents that were never met when I was a child, right? Like right now, I'm that parent, and I can be there for myself. I can soothe myself, nurture myself, things like that. Very interesting that it's happening for both twins in parallel. Okay, let's get a word of guidance from the Angel Therapy deck. First for the Divine Feminine. Goddess. Very fitting, especially for that savor your life and passion and pleasure energy, right? This is, like I was saying, acknowledging all of your parts and being grateful and proud of all of them. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Embrace it and celebrate it. Okay, what do we have for the masculines? Clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. You see, I was just talking about ego death. And those masculines watching, if you feel like you are struggling or it's taking too much of you, like it's very hard to bear, to go through, or you're not sure where you're going exactly, ask your guides to help you with it. Release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. I love this reading. This is really good. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Thank you for being part of it. And I'll see you soon for that vernal equinox reading.